Good morning.
Good morning to you and
or
to you.
afternoon or
Yes.
evening or whenever you are watching this podcast. However, it apparently is morning
It is
for
morning.
us.
Yep.
So
It is.
Yes, it is. As you can tell by your first A&W of the day.
it is my first of the day.
Okay. How many of those a day do you normally?
It's
Should
not.
we put that out in public?
No, I don't think that's for anybody's.
It's not your
knowledge.
business, internet.
What about
Stop
coffee?
being nosy.
How many cups of coffee? Do you like in
I've
the
had 2 already this morning. Yeah, I'm usually at 2.
2 cups.
So that's why you're so.
I get a little shaky after 2.
In the morning, you have all this energy, and it's artificial.
Well, I've told
Artificial.
I've told people this before. When did you start drinking coffee?
Oh,
I'm waiting to start.
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
drink
he
coffee.
hasn't. Probably like middle school, but not regularly until probably college, honestly.
Yeah, probably late high school and then college. I drank coffee and started drinking coffee. But I always laugh because it wasn't until I took the role as a lead pastor that I need coffee in the afternoon. Like that didn't happen.
Yes.
I would drink it in the morning, and I would always. There were other pastors that were lead pastors, and they'd be like, "Whew, 2:00, I'm gonna need to get a cup of coffee." And I was like, "What is wrong with you
Oh
people?"
my gosh, that's hilarious.
And then
Yeah.
I got in this role 5 years ago, and all of a sudden,
It's because you have to deal with us all day.
yeah. Well,
It's
it's that
I
after-
don't think that's it.
It's an afternoon slump, but there's a bunch of I think one of the most underestimated pieces of your job is like how much emotional energy you have to exert. And so it's like you start off the day and you're a husband and you're a dad and you're getting kids off to school and taking care of them, and then you come into the office and you're taking care of the church people and us.
My
and,
other kids.
yeah, your other kids.
Right.
And like there's a lot of emotional energy that you expend before 2:00, and then you have to pivot again back into that.
Because I'm going back.
Yeah, right back into that dad husband role.
But the cream soda does not have
Caffeine
caffeine.
in it, yeah. It's unfortunate.
It is caffeine free.
So it has no sugar or caffeine.
Nope.
So it's just because you like the taste.
They call it a fun drink.
It's wonderful.
It's
Yeah.
just a drink that doesn't really do anything for you, but you enjoy it.
That's
Again,
right.
A&W, if you're listening.
We would love the
Trying to get a
sponsorship.
sponsorship.
And we know
Because
you
it's hard
are.
to find. Shockingly, it is not just readily available on the shelves at your local grocery store.
So where did you get it? Did you have to order it?
Well, no, I got it from Publix because
Oh.
they got a shipment in.
Oh,
But
okay. Oh man, so they even
Yeah,
don't
like a
always have
special
it.
no,
pyramid
it's just
of-
not always on the shelf.
Specialty drinks,
That's right.
A&W.
That's a good
well,
question. We could do what's your favorite soda?
Well, I'm with the zero sugar A&W cream soda at the moment.
At the moment.
We could do that. I mean, obviously, I don't drink soda. I try to stay as fit as possible. So,
Yeah.
but if you forced me to drink
Yeah.
soda, it would be old school. It'd be vanilla Dr Pepper, but they don't.
Okay.
That's not on the shelves anymore. Ever.
Okay.
Oh,
You
bummer.
know, sometimes they put that cherry.
I've seen the cherry
Dr.
vanilla. Yeah.
And it's like, no, you need that straight vanilla. Don't mess with it. So, but if I can't find, and I never can find vanilla Dr Pepper or vanilla Coke, pretty good too. Anything with vanilla. But just like a normal drink,
You're very vanilla.
cherry Coke,
Cherry
Coke.
cherry Pepsi, cherry. Yeah, just by itself, cherry's good. I know I just went totally.
I know. So the complete
But
opposite of
you got to
vanilla.
stop. Like my son goes to the 7-Eleven or wherever we stop at a gas station, and even in McDonald's or whatever, and he'll just one of these, and he'll mix carbonated drinks with uncarbonated
no.
drinks.
Don't know about that.
No.
I don't
And
think
I'm
you're
like-
raising them right.
I
Like
know.
tea and Powerade and Coke.
I want to leave him at the Wings to Go and be like, "You figure life out yourself, kid. Until you make better choices, then you can come home."
I think he would thrive though.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, I can imagine.
He's scrappy enough to figure it
He
out.
would be back there cooking. He
This
made his
sounds
own
like,
lunch
this
today
sounds
for
like
the
a
first
knock on
time.
you. I'm not knocking on you. But when you said cherry Coke, I distinctly remember like as a child that was my go-to drink. Like any restaurant we would go to, because they would make it at the bar.
Oh, with like
Yeah,
the
that's
syrup.
right. They would use, like,
Come
the
out of
Greenwich-
Shirley Temple.
You know, yeah, like every now and then a
As
Shirley
a
Temple,
Nazarene,
but
where you're like, ooh, they're gonna go make my drink
No, but,
up
like,
there in that other place.
the cherry Coke, like if you got cherry Coke, like
They had a
would
house
go,
syrup.
they would go make with the house syrup, and then they plop a little cherry in there
Yeah,
for
that
you.
does
right.
sound good.
So that was like my kid drink. That brought back a memory for me.
Oh.
Well, the Bible does talk about not, growing up or something, being the heart of a child.
Keeping a childlike faith.
Yeah, that's how I keep a childlike faith. Is a
Keep
cherry
it up with
cherry
the cherry
soda.
Coke.
There you go.
flavored soda.
But Cole made his own lunch today.
Cohen did make his own lunch. I said, and it was really cool to sit there and just watch him chop up his strawberries.
He even he got the cutting board out and everything.
No, he didn't get the cutting board out, but he did cut the strawberries on the counter.
Okay.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, he got the cutting board out. No.
So it was a little too advanced.
Still
That's tomorrow.
Cohen. Yeah, we're one step at a time. But yeah, it was real cute.
Aw, he has a little lunch. That's sweet.
Favorite soda?
Oh, I'm on Ollipops right now.
I knew there was something coming.
At
of
least
some obscure, like
at
Whole
least go off of
Foods,
giggles.
yeah, type of.
I do really like Diet Coke, and I totally blame Ashton.
My daughter does enjoy Diet Coke.
It's in her bio.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you know about Ashton?
It's like she
Diet Coke girl.
accidentally rubbed it off on me, totally without even talking
what
about
is
it.
an Olipop?
An Olipop is a probiotic soda. It's like a kombucha meets a Coke. I think they're really good.
Yeah. Hey John, how
really?
many kombuchas have you had in your lifetime?
Her sister made me drink one.
My sister-in-law.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
Family. Okay.
Family. Yeah. I didn't know y'all were so formal. Yeah, and that was the first one, and I basically vowed never to do that again. And I feel like maybe Bree has forced me to taste one over the years.
Yeah,
but
I think I made you drink one a couple months ago. I poured one in a cup and made you try it.
Are you like slipping me kombucha without me knowing? This is terrible.
I feel like I've had maybe a sip of kombucha, and that was it. I was like, that's not for me.
That's our Coke.
I don't think
instead of
Nazarenes
getting
can
Cokes.
drink that.
Kombucha?
I don't think we
Oh my
can.
God. That's like saying you can't have pickles.
That's a good
different
point.
way.
I do like pickles.
That is a good point. Well,
same
since
thing.
we have definitely gotten off to a great start here talking about beverages of
Yes.
choice.
We always go back to food.
Well, Bree, you did bring that up, and I think you just wanted to brag about your probiotic soda.
No, but I want to throw out there
soda probiotic.
that I am a Diet Coke girl.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
think that is just because that's the last thing left in any refrigerator, and so it's readily available because it's like all the good drinks were gone. There's Diet Coke
That's
left.
not true.
Oh.
Once you make a switch to Diet Coke,
Yes, it's
you
so
don't
hard
go
to
back
drink regular Coke.
Drinks. It's
Gotcha.
just it's
You're hooked on this.
It's a thing.
Aspartame, yeah.
It's definitely a thing.
What?
Now, talking about things that taste good.
Mm-hmm.
This past
Good segue.
Sunday, we took communion together, but we took it through intinction style, which is personally my favorite way
Yeah.
of receiving communion. I think there is something to the aspect of being able to serve people face to face communion that really, I don't know, I feel like it really connects to initial communion when Christ served his disciples, in the upper room. And so we took it intinction style, but for the first time we did something different, and we used a Jesus Biscuit on Sunday. What are the reviews of the Jesus Biscuit?
I should have asked people what they thought.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that. I mean,
I thought they were really good. You can tell that they're made with a little bit of honey. Like there's a little bit of sweetness to them.
She's gonna get mad if you start telling the
I don't know the recipe.
You're guessing.
ingredient.
We're guessing.
Yes. We're guessing. This is all allegedly.
All I'm saying is, if you had given me those to take home, I would have eaten them all. And so
John did ask me
they
what I was
were
going to do with the
really good.
leftover ones.
And that's why I wonder, as we ask people if they want them, they might really want them. So we need to kind of steer clear of letting other people get them, because when we have a bunch,
Right.
you got to make enough to make sure everybody can get it, and then there's going to be leftovers. So we need to divvy those out.
They were good. I mean, I feel like the reviews were good on Sunday. Like,
Oh, yeah.
when the young people, when the students and kids are like, hey, that was good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
usually, because the wafer is a little dry. I mean,
Yeah.
like, we know, we get it, understand.
These were
The
like
wafer's not enough either.
they're
I mean, it's
soft.
like, I want some more of the body. And the wafer is not even close.
I don't even, we're going to stop. But also, the cool part about that story, right, is that it really came out of a time that was very difficult for a lot of us when we were experiencing this time of COVID and isolation and time at home. And when we were, really trying to get creative in how we continued traditions and what we, believe in through that time. And we're taking communion at home. And, it was really funny because we would just say, go get your elements. And then sometimes it was hard at that point. You didn't go to the store, you couldn't have.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, people would send me photos of like, we used like Cheez-Its this week for,
Yes.
whatever. But I got this message from somebody in our church that was like, this is what we make. It's kind of a tradition. And that just always kind of stuck with me. The preparation for the night before, the day before, whatever, to prepare that element and have it ready was significant. So I think it's cool.
Yeah,
We're
I do
able
too.
to share that tradition.
Like, I don't want to get you in trouble, but if you'd be willing to share the wildest thing that you've used for communion, or maybe I'm just crossing the line. Maybe it's too wild for the podcast, but
I don't
it really.
know.
You're talking about
I have
a
one.
year-long communion drought of like having to do it at home.
Yeah.
We didn't have the luxury of these Jesus Biscuits. So what were y'all using?
Well, I actually have a different reason why we used it.
Oh, okay.
So it so happens.
Was it a probiotic brand of?
fermented grape
Yeah.
juice. So
I think
okay.
that's wine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a different.
We also don't talk about
we
that.
don't-
in the
Yes,
Nazarene
yes.
Church.
Oh, I have a different reason. So it happens to be today, our 5-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Which just like happens to be today while we're filming. But
Congratulations.
thank you. For our wedding, we Pastor Jason married us. If you've seen our wedding photos, you know that, or some of you might have been there. And our former pastor did communion with us privately in our first before Pastor Jason got to marry us. And I don't know why, and I don't remember if it was Tate or myself, but we couldn't find communion juice. I'm assuming that we probably grabbed it last minute, maybe even morning of.
Yeah.
So we used one of those B-A-I, blueberry acai,
Okay.
a hydration drink.
Yeah.
You've had an acai communion wedding.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we
That's so
used
brief.
for our first and it wasn't to be healthy. I think genuinely Tate might have even just had to run to the gas station to grab it, so we had something, but there wasn't grape juice, and that was the closest thing.
Wow.
I think I remember we used Wheat Thins.
Okay, yeah.
Because that was the cracker that we had, and I'm pretty sure there was a time that we used apple juice because we didn't have grape juice.
I love
it during that time, but it was still a fruit of the vine.
Yeah,
so.
there you go. I love it.
Apples come from a tree. That's fine.
They grew. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. Hey, you definitely can make juice out of it. So
That's right.
There you
It's
go.
the most common juice.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Anything wild that you can think of that you've had to use communion for? Okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah. I mean, we obviously don't keep. Well, I mean, obviously, but we don't keep grape juice in the house. I mean,
Right.
that's not a thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, Kool-Aid. So.
That does seem like the most outlandish.
Hey,
Was
but-
it grape flavor?
Of course, it was grape.
Okay.
flavor. It's
Oh, okay.
communion.
Yeah.
It's communion.
Well,
go.
hey,
You're
maybe
good.
some fruit punch,
Oh,
fruit
come
punch
on.
blast.
No, you're not supposed to mix the fruits. One fruit at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there's real grape flavoring in that. so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that the purple stuff is legit too.
What we're trying to say is what's more important is that you actually commune with
Yes.
the body
There
of
you go.
Christ.
I agree.
And
That is the
that's-
root of this.
That is the root.
And yeah, it was a wild time when we were doing that from home, and it's very nice that we get to come back and do it
Yes.
together.
Sunday was great.
And we've
Yeah.
learned some stuff, and we got the Jesus Biscuits out of it.
That's
So,
right. It was very,
Yeah.
very good. Now this weekend is Mother's Day.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Do you remember?
By the time this
forget.
airs, I will have planned out a gift or some type of thing. So don't worry.
Good.
So you don't have a gift right now.
I'm not admitting to that on video.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Understood.
I'm not
Understood.
admitting to anything.
Bree, you have a unique perspective in this as the lone woman on the podcast
Yes.
today and a mother
Yes.
on the podcast today. Give us your insights. What does Mother's Day kind of mean to you?
Yeah, I think Mother's Day is hard because I think most moms and most women, even if you're not a mom, it's very hard to be served. And
Okay.
I think that the mentality of Mother's Day is oh, someone's going to kind of serve you or take care of you, and that's really hard. So we're kind of busy for Mother's Day. So we've got we're celebrating with our immediate family, Tate, myself, and our son on Saturday, and then we're actually setting up a big meal for my mom, my sister-in-law's mom and my sister-in-law's sister's mom. And so we're having
All the moms.
All the moms, yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm planning all that out without really involving they're all grandmas at this point. So
Okay.
without involving all those grandmas.
But this Mother's Day is it is the day that the dad really has to take charge.
know.
I mean, it's on us.
I
There's a lot of
know.
pressure on the
Yeah.
dads on Mother's Day. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, because you want to honor, the moms in your life, your
Mhm.
mom, your spouse, and the mother of your kids and everything. But sometimes you don't want to let them down.
Can you overdo it? Is it a day that you can overdo, or is it really just the sky's the limit on this kind of day?
I think you can overdo it.
Really?
Yeah, because I think truthfully, moms either want to be with their kiddos and or a break. And so I think you could overdo it with okay, I'm just gonna we're gonna plan out the whole
Right.
day and you're gonna have all this done
I
and
see
I'm gonna
what you
have
mean.
flowers at this time and gifts at this time and that might just be
Just stress. You just
Yeah.
added stress.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you can probably overdo it. I've seen so many Instagram reels this last week of here's what I don't want for Mother's Day. It's very I don't want the Bath and Body Works set that has 15 things.
Yeah,
I
that
don't want
sounds
that.
awful.
And I don't want,
You weren't doing that, were you?
I wasn't going to do that.
Okay, there you go. No, you're good.
Yeah. So we're going to go and our family's getting together and taking care of Carrie's grandma and doing some yard work. And,
That's sweet.
And,
That's cool.
Making sure that her house looks really nice. So that's our plan this weekend is
That's
to
sweet.
just kind of do an active service. And it all gets us together as a family.
Yeah.
So that's great. And,
That's sweet.
and I'll let them know that I got to be careful not to work too hard because you don't want to overdo it on Mother's Day. So
Not sure that was. Yeah.
that's what she meant by that, right?
Yeah.
Anything that you're willing to share? I don't know if you have anything surprises. I don't want to tell you.
I am a surprise guy.
Yeah, you are.
I've always been a surprise guy. I just feel like that makes it
Yeah.
more fun. Stephanie's not always up for the surprise. She would be totally down to be just
Right.
just let me know,
Yeah.
or just go ahead and give it to me a week ahead of time. We're good. It's
Yeah.
all fine. But no, I like to try to find some creative ways. Listen. You got to listen, especially in the weeks and months leading up to Mother's Day,
Yes.
so you can pick up on those cues that are there of
Or maybe
what she
what was
wants.
in the Amazon cart and then got moved to the save
That-
for later.
the shared Amazon
Oh,
account
yeah.
doesn't hurt.
Yes.
It doesn't
You're
hurt.
or it shows you what she was looking
But
at.
it does hurt when you
When you order
purchase
it.
stuff because
Yes.
then she can see it.
I have found out that there is a way to keep someone from seeing what you buy, but I didn't watch the whole video. This is an Instagram
Interesting.
thing.
Okay.
But because for us, we share an account with our in-laws, and the whole premise of the video is do you share an account with your parents? And you don't always want them to see everything you're buying,
Okay.
which happens to us if we're
Are
trying
you
to.
sure you want to admit this on the internet? Amazon's probably listening.
That's okay. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. All right.
I saw an Instagram reel about it, so it's got to be
It's out there. It's
Amazon
out there.
already
It's a real
knows. But yeah, so
They know it all.
sometimes when we order gifts for parent, Tate's parents
Yeah.
or something, we'll have to I'll have one of my brothers do it on their Amazon account
That's fair.
so that way they don't see it. But apparently there's a way to do it. So they can see it.
Yeah, I mean Mother's Day. I obviously there's opportunity to celebrate the mom in your
Yeah.
house, and then if you're so privileged to have your mom around to be able to celebrate her too, and trying to make both of those significant and,
Yeah.
and special, and make both of them feel that is always important. I don't know. I mean, this might be too hard, John. I don't know if you even want to talk about this, but as someone whose mom is no longer with us, what does Mother's Day feel like for you in that moment?
Well, I'm grateful for the time that I got with my mom, and
Yeah.
it definitely brings up memories of gratefulness because it took a long time for me to really appreciate all the mothering she really did.
Yeah.
And as a dad now, I get a different perspective. I get to kind of realize that I was not an easy child to mother, and then it just makes me grateful, and I get a little frustrated that I can't tell her that,
Yeah.
But I try not to overthink about it because you can get stuck in that moment. But I definitely like to kind of talk to her a little bit, a couple sentences, as if she were in the room,
Yeah.
and just let her know now, because even if she could or could not hear me, it does something for me to like express that gratefulness. So just knowing that I've changed and have, it's like I've grown in my relationship with my mom, even though she's passed, is a real cool feeling. So it can be tough. Birthday, Mother's Day, and then the big moments in my kid's life. I think I was just really happy that she got to be a grandma for a while. And got to meet both my kids and spend some time with them. I think that made her really happy too. So
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I definitely put you on the spot.
No problem.
I mean, I think that question alone is why Mother's Day is hard.
Yeah.
Because everyone comes into Mother's Day with multiple feelings, depending on your situation and your environment. And I mean, there's so many unique situations that we feel like we try to address the uniqueness, and then I think I've come to the understanding that we will never even be able to like hit all of the unique aspects of parenting. And we talk a lot about adoptive parents and how special that is, and reflecting that, but the hard times of parenting and I don't know, there's no way to hit everyone's emotion on what Mother's Day feels like. And it's one of those days where you want to celebrate, but you also need to remember.
And I think most of us have mixed emotions.
That's good.
So it's even if maybe you can't spend too much time really talking through and spending in that moment with one emotion, I think we all have moms, or we know moms, we've been moms, or we've like it's an overarching thing that's a reality of our culture is moms are important. And so usually, even though like in my case where my mom has passed, I still have a grandma, I still have an aunt, I still have my wife's mom, and like there's still goodness to celebrate in those days, even though there are parts of it that are rough too. And so it is a mixed bag of emotions. So I'm not just, that's a hurtful day. It's just a day that has a lot of emotions. And part of that is looking at my children and realizing that my daughter could be a mom someday, and realizing that it continues, and that every time I look at her, I see, well, my mom is living on, and that's a cool moment to have, to realize that we do live on through our kids, and that's part of the celebration, is that thankfulness that our moms gave us that opportunity to carry on.
I think too, both of you kind of spoke to this a little bit. Another reason that Mother's Day can be really tough is some people are not moms and that want to be moms, or that want to become a mom again, aren't able to conceive. So I just want to say, like, if that's you, you have our heart and our love. And of course, I have some friends and even family members that are struggling with infertility right now. And, we're definitely here to meet you in prayer and bring you to the feet of Jesus and love on you and support you in any way you can. So just want to say that if that's your journey.
Well, we're kind of coming to the end of this thing. Do you guys want to go out on a positive note? Want to give them a hint on what they might expect when they show up on Sunday?
Sure,
I know you've been working hard to make it special here at the church.
Hard is probably a little bit, probably a little dramatic, but we do have a little gift in store for you. Got a Mother's Day photo booth so you can get your cute Mother's Day picture. Dads, please hear me. Or if you're coming when you're bringing your mom, like grandmas, moms really want the picture on Mother's Day. They want a good picture with their family on Mother's Day. So if you're going to be here, even if you have to wait in line for a few minutes, like, make sure she gets that good picture. Take all the candid photos. If you think about, oh my gosh, in your mind, like, this is such a cute moment, like, take your phone out, take a picture on Mother's Day, because moms don't get enough pictures with their kids. I feel like as a mom, I'm always taking cute pictures of Tate and Eli, but That's a good point. And I will say to him, he's good about, like, hey, can you take a picture of this moment, because it's just really sweet and I want to remember it.
So guys just don't take enough pictures in general.
I think that's definitely what
it's true about a lot of people. Probably not you, Jason.
I mean, I try to take pictures.
You do. You are very good at it.
I try to take pictures of my kids. Like, I definitely, have learned over the years to capture those moments, because I know they go so fast. But I am not good. about capturing those moments with Steph and the kids because like we're in the middle of it and it's just like I'm getting the kid and I got to be like, get in there.
Yes.
Because sometimes moms want the picture, but not always are they willing to like get in the picture.
Yes, that's so true. My mom actually, a lot of times I'll take my camera, and I'm taking pictures of anything we're doing as a family, and she will take it from me because she's like, you're hiding behind the camera and you're not going to be in any of the photos. I'm like, but that's the other thing. She's like, well, I don't like the way my hair looks, or maybe I don't like the way I look at this outfit fully. So,
but yeah, you guys are usually the ones that are busy and taking all the photos of everybody else. So I think it's a good point for Mother's Day.
Take a picture of your wife and your kiddos.
So this photo booth, just to be clear for everybody, they'll need to bring their own camera or their own phone or whatever.
Yeah, so pull out your phone. And I might be snapping some pics that day, but I won't be like stationed there just to do that. So we'll have a gift for you. We have a photo booth, and then we also have an awesome speaker coming.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Jessica Duranzo is a former member of the church here, but just has an incredible story of mothering and has really shared her heart with the ladies of our church at our ladies' worship night a while back, and very excited that she's willing to come and share her heart
on Mother's Day
and speak to all of us. But I think we'll really speak to the moms.
Yeah, she's excited. I got to chat with her yesterday, and I won't give any spoilers, but she was very clear that God had been very clear with her about what to say. And so, as a mom herself of 4 kids and a wife, if you have a chance to talk to her on Sunday, just thank her because she's spending the whole week leading up to Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a day for her too, and so she's going to be here with us. She's missing out on her own church family in Clarksville to be here with us. So if you see her and you appreciate her on Sunday, just tell her thank you and maybe give her a hug. And
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for today. We are so glad that you watched, and we hope that you will catch us next week.
Yeah.
We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Bye.